a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para darle alegría y cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
I don't know why wasn't it not playing on my side. That's crazy. We are back. We are back. Yes, sir.
Somebody snapped on that instrumental.
Week 9 is in the books.
He said, "We the three Amibros, the pros of the threes."
For those new to the podcast, please like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff. Yeah, you could dislike too. I don't care. Giants fans, Cowboys fans, y'all could dislike. It's cool.
Will.
We works the same as a like button. Yeah, man. Week 9 is in the books. Yeah, let's. I guess
you know what else is in the books?
What's that?
Danny Don season. Let's get into it, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
No,
just as quick as he came back, he left just like that.
This is a hot topic. Now I ain't talking about the Gothic store. That's a bar. So now this is what blew my mind, right? So just throw it out there. Daniel Jones, have you seen it? Daniel Jones towards ACL. Just sad. It's never cool when people tear the ACL. What blew my mind is that I seen people, not only people, I seen Giants fans celebrating it. Like, yeah, now we can get rid of him. Tyrod Taylor was better than anything. Then first of all, like, take out the human side of it, which pissed me off. Like, yo, this man just tore his ACL and y'all celebrating he just tore his ACL. Like, are y'all stupid? Y'all just paid him. Where he going? How could y'all get rid of him now? Where is he going? It can give y'all another option to look at someone else. But, like, let's just break it down. How y'all feel about the injury? Let me just ask y'all before I get into my feelings.
This injuries has been piling up all season. I mean, you look at the quarterback's position. Period.
The quarterbacks.
The quarterback position. Period.
Right
right
now.
Like
Doug Dimmadome. Look at the quarterback.
The quarterback position right now is just crazy. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers goes down week 1 off the third snap. You got Cousins playing for his life. Playing for his contract, essentially, he goes down, and right when the Vikings was kind of making a surge, it was kind of doing something. Now you got Daniel Jones. It's tough.
Richardson.
It's tough. Well, I'm just talking about quarterbacks. Well, Anthony Richardson, it's more of his shoulder, but
that was
other
bound to
quarterbacks
happen.
I named was more of a that's more of serious injuries to me. Like ACL, MCL, anything with the knee, man, the Achilles, those are tough injuries to come back from, especially where the injury could be. Like if it's on the foot that you plan off of, could be off the back foot. That stuff could alter how you play going forward too.
It's unfortunate because he just came back from the neck injury. Like he had just came back from already serious injury. So, like you said, it is serious. I think on the flip side, ACL injuries aren't career enders like they used to be. Like
they got Kyler Murray.
They're not as bad as look at Kyler coming back Sunday, from an ACL. Right. So it's not an end all be all, but it's unfortunate. He's probably not going to return to end
of next year.
End of next year, yeah.
Unless
like you said, EG, they can't really celebrate that because where's he going? Like they just.
I don't think nobody should celebrate it anyway. Nobody should celebrate any player getting injured. An injury is. Like you have to think about the player that's in that position. An injury, it could be life threatening, it could be career threatening. Because there's no guarantee you're gonna come back and play at the height that you've played at before pre-injury. Like injuries are costly, especially in the NFL, where when injuries pile up, it could shorten your career in the NFL. I don't think anybody should celebrate any injuries. I don't care if it's your opposite fan. Perfect example. Trayvon Diggs goes down. I didn't celebrate that. I thought that's bad for the game. I want Dallas at full strength when I see them.
Yeah,
I didn't celebrate that.
Now let me ask you a question because now the Giants have limited options. Because isn't Tyrod battling an injury?
I got him.
Do you think that they should have won off the Wentz?
Yeah, I think Carson Wentz should have been got a job opportunity a while ago.
Well, he got it now, but
I
Yeah,
think,
he did
I
it on
think
the
Wentz
Rams.
got picked up when Aaron Rodgers went down. To be honest with you, and then on top of that, you have other quarterbacks that are immediately readily available post trade deadline. You had Jameis available. You had look at Dobbs. Dobbs should have been gotten traded to somewhere else. How he was playing, knowing that he could keep you in games competitively, and he was actually balling with the Cardinals, and they didn't want to win though. They didn't want to win any of those games. He should have been got traded. Trade him to a team that could use him.
Yeah, the Browns tried to get him back though. The Browns tried to trade for him before.
The Browns tried to get him back a little bit too late though. I mean, nobody thought Deshaun Watson would get injured, or the rookie who they had, high hopes in would play that bad.
Dorian Thompson. Dorian is
DTR.
Yeah,
DTR.
Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Is it Robinson? I don't know his last name.
Yeah, but nobody thought that the Rook would come in and stink it up, and nobody thought that Deshaun would miss these weeks. So I mean, Dobbs is one case you could make a case for. Wentz, of course, Jameis should have been on a team. I think Jameis deserves a starting spot somewhere.
Hold on. Let's rewind it. Let's back it up a little bit. Caution is easier. It's less compensation. You don't have to trade. They had to trade for Dobbs. You have to trade for Wentz.
Yeah. You got Cam Newton still out there too.
Cam
nobody touching Cam.
Didn't play as
even still. You're looking for a competent quarterback that you could pick up off the street right now.
But Cam ain't ready. Cam ain't ready. He's doing podcasts. He's smoking cigars and shit. He ain't ready.
He hasn't played in a while. And the last Cam team stunk it up. But Carolina.
All I'm saying is there's readily option. I mean, you could get Matt Ryan out of retirement for Christ's sake. I mean, what didn't last year? What's his Rivers was willing to come out of retirement for a team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there's readily quarterbacks available that a lot of these teams, like the Jets, for instance, you're gonna tell me that Wentz is not going to carry the team better than Wilson is doing right now?
I think he would be fire on the Jets. I'm not gonna lie. I think Carson Wentz on the Jets.
All those weapons, he's gonna let it rip.
He would take them to the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
He would take them to the playoffs. I don't like him on the Giants, but they don't have enough weapons, so it's gonna make him look bad, and it's gonna end his career a little bit more.
It'll be the Colts situation all over again.
But
start running back and take on just like he had in GT.
To the other end of that, also is there was reports saying that it was Rodgers telling the office not to go after a vet because they thought about getting Wentz.
Yeah, so I could see that.
I mean, but I don't know. Like I said, it's unfortunate. I hope DJ makes a speedy recovery. I hope all these Cam Akers went down. I hope all these players. These are major injuries. I think this year is the most injuries that's ever happened in the league.
And Jalen tweaked his knee Sunday too.
Well, it's funny what they're saying about Jalen, which makes a lot of sense. They're saying it's a bone bruise, and if you ever had a bone bruise, that shit hurts. It feels broken. It's not, but it feels broken. So if you get hit in your knee the way he got hit, I know his leg went numb like for a good 30 seconds.
No, without a doubt.
And they said got to the ground and all that.
There's this doctor that I follow on Twitter, and he was like,
I know that doctor.
If he didn't have the mobility in his hips the way that he does when he got hit, his hips the way we had moved, his hips absorbed the contact.
Tread lightly, bro.
Relax.
Tread lightly. Tread lightly on that
one, bro. his hips had absorbed the contact from the knee, and so they said that he honestly missed the ACL MCL tear just from his mobility and being able to absorb the contact in other areas. So I think that's fire, but that was still scary when it's going down. I mean, Wentz. It hurts. But on the flip side of that, let's talk up Antonio Pierce.
There you go.
Let's talk up Antonio Pierce, man. Coming in, even having the practice squad players out there saying, if you're a part of the team, we're gonna have you on the sideline too because you're a part of the team. I love the culture.
Against his former team. Against his
former team at that, against a team that he won a championship with.
That blew my mind. That practice players don't be on the sideline with your team. That's crazy to me.
Some do. I've seen some teams.
Yeah, well, the Raiders didn't. That's crazy to me. Like, that's bad culture. That's crazy.
There was a report that prior to the firing, that they was in the locker room. They was having a meeting, and this Joker sends Antonio to be his representative instead of him speaking to the team itself. And the team, that's what caused. Like, if they were disconnected in the locker room before, that's what caused the complete rift. And after that, Mark Davis was like, nah.
He want to be baby Belichick, bro. He want to be baby Belichick so bad. Where he at now? He gonna run back to Bill sooner or later. He gonna go back.
I swear to God, he better not come back. I've been seeing everybody asking. I swear to God.
He gonna be like
an going to college. He's gonna be an offensive coordinator somewhere in college.
Nah, he gonna be an offensive senior assistant or something. Watch. Unless you go to
from the reports,
Bill might be out the door right behind him.
Yeah, from the reports, they're saying that if Bill don't win on Sunday in Germany, he out the door.
I would never say.
But let's keep it on the Raiders though. Let's cap it up for Antonio Pierce, man. I mean, coming in, being an assistant coach, coming into being a head coach and getting your first win off that first week, and completely that team looked completely different
in general
prior to these 8 weeks.
In general, shout out to the former players, the young former players who are coming in: D'Amico Ryans, Antonio Pierce, Mike Vrabel, all these former players that's taking over and being head coaches, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to them, bro, because they're really changing the game and changing the league.
That's good. That's a fact. And it took a while.
You need players like ex-players that know the game, that that come after their career is done. They
connect with the team. They already have a leg up.
And they already know how it feels being in that locker room as a player. So, it's kind of like being, a father now, seeing your kids and teaching your kids, like, this is what I did, but you could do better by doing this because I didn't do this in my career. So ex-players, they see the game differently than coaches that are just going to school, coming up and going through that normal system.
My favorite part is, we done with the recycling the coaches. We recycle the same coach, not we, but the NFL.
Right.
And I never understood that. If you go to this team and you ask, why you think you get a 2-year break and you're not going to be asked on this team? Then you get from that team, they become a assistant or a coordinator on this team, and now you do decent as a coordinator, so you get promoted again to be asked. I never understood that.
Todd Bowles, Matt Nagy, like all those same coaches. I know, all those same coaches.
I think the only coach that kind of broke that mold was Gruden. I think Gruden came in and he was successful. Like he from watching the game, from analyzing it, from seeing it from. I'm sorry.
I don't think Gruden played.
No, Gruden was a player.
You sure? I don't think
Gruden's an ex-player. I believe he. I don't know. Did he play for the Eagles? He's an ex-player.
I know he was. I know he was on the staff. I think.
No, John Gruden is an ex-player.
That's no
right. I think he was. He a quarterback?
I think he was a quarterback's coach. I don't think.
Hold on.
But they also say, like, I heard it from like Skip and a whole bunch of other people who said it. But they also say a lot of owners hire like the same coaches or white coaches because that's what they're most comfortable with in the rooms when they have to talk a lot, and they don't see themselves having a relationship with like these black players or black coaches and stuff like that.
Okay, he played quarterback in college football. In college, yeah.
I think he was a quarterback's coach on the Eagles. So I know he was.
When he finished, he started coaching. He was a quarterback's coach.
Matter
of fact, he was a quarterback's coach on the Eagles.
That's what I said.
That was during the Jim Johnson era.
Yeah, you said so. We talking about John Gruden. You said Todd Bowles, Matt Nagy, Andy Reid. Holla at my boy. What's up? But that's what we're talking about. What's up? Andy
let's move on to Germany.
Okay.
Are the Dolphins like the Bills? Are they frauds? Are they frauds?
Let's go. Let's go.
I think they fraudier. They fraudier.
Who are you talking about?
The Dolphins.
They fraudier. Let me tell you about
do the Dolphins out again?
They fraudier. Let me tell you about the Dolphins, bro. They like the bully that bully the kids that, you know what I'm saying, who don't really give it up like that. But they bully that one kid who just punched him in the face a little bit. They like, they frauds, bro. The Dolphins look like, they remind me of Dak and the Cowboys. how they used to beat up on regular teams or trash teams and can't do nothing with the regular ones, or look different, consistently look different when you play a good team. I forgot they put up 70 points.
Listen,
about that.
While you on that, stat man, I'm gonna let you finish because you're absolutely right. The Dolphins this season, when they play teams under 500,
that's less than
average 40 points.
God damn, averaging 40
They average 40 points. When they play teams over 500,
23, 21.
They average 19 points a game, bro. Frauds.
Mind you, they've only played 3 teams over 500.
What's that? That's the Chiefs, Eagles.
The Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Bills.
Physical teams
at the time.
Physical teams that I was, alluded to last week. They can't play. They're finesse. They're all finesse.
Mm-hmm.
You smash them in the mouth. You smack them in the mouth. Get physical with them. Whole different team.
I think it's not just that. I think it's also the fact that after the Bills played them, the good teams like the Chiefs, like the Eagles, you watch the tape, you see that you're not going to bite on these. You're not going to bite on all the motions. Everything is glitz and glamour. It's smoke and mirrors. You're not biting on those.
I know Andy Reid, he's the blueprint for Tyreek Hill. You feel me? So I knew they was taking him out the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, but it's not just that. But all I'm saying is, as far as these good defenses, when you have disciplined defense, I mean, look at New England. New England played them tough, and they gave them fits in the past game. They limited Tyreek Hill. So when you could limit all the smoke and mirrors, when you could see past it, when you could get past all the glitz and glamour, not biting on the motions, not overselling on these passes and containing Hill, they're a beatable team. I don't think that they're going to go far.
I wouldn't go too crazy. They still. I'm saying they.
But do you see them? But do you see them get into the AFC conference?
I don't.
I think it depends on who they play.
They're gonna run into the Ravens.
If they're gonna run into the field, they're not.
They're gonna run into the Chiefs again. They're gonna run into these top elite teams. The Jaguars. They're gonna run into the Jags.
I think they could beat the Jags. The Jags, they're not consistent at all.
Okay, but even if they're not consistent, they have the longest winning streak in the NFL currently.
But they still
you still have to give them that respect.
I don't see them beating it. I don't see the Jags.
I see them. The Jags are hot.
That's probably the only team I can see them beating though. Out of all the teams.
Out of all those teams?
Yeah, I think the Jaguars probably the only team. The Chiefs, I don't think so. And who you said? The
Bengals, the Ravens.
Bengals, the Ravens, the Bills got their number. All them division games too. It's gonna be tough. I don't even know if they'll beat New England again if they play them.
Bills not making the playoffs, so we could leave them out. But
I think the Bills will make the playoffs off the wild card.
Yeah,
well, I mean, right now,
it's
a toss-up. It's a toss-up because you have the Bills only a game behind the Dolphins, so it's a toss-up right now.
5-4 and 4-4. Oh, the Bills actually me looking at the record. Oh wait, it's tough. No, because the NFC North, Ravens 7-2, Steelers 5-3, Browns.
The Dolphins are 6-3, and the Bills are 5-3.
That's what I'm saying. And the outside of the Ravens, the rest of the division is 5-3. I didn't even know the Steelers.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But there's gonna be a drop off. We still have a whole half a season to play. Yeah. Do you think that a lot of these teams? I don't think the Steelers are gonna be able to keep up. You think that the Steelers are gonna win 5 more games to become 10 and like that's what I'm saying. So
I think so.
The Bills are gonna get in on a wild card.
I don't think so, but they've been.
Mike Tomlin's different. That defense is built way better than the Bills' defense.
But then you have the Chargers sneaking up. You have the Texans that are sneaking up. There's good teams. There's good teams in the AFC.
Texans are tough. I told you that.
I'm looking right now. AFC is tough, bro. The Jets is one win away from being caught up. The Jets and the Chargers.
They're gonna get A-Rod back.
The Jets just lost to the Chargers and they got the same record.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
coming back week 12,
it's not far fetched. It's not fetched. It's gonna be honestly, there's only gonna be one team that's gonna come out of the AFC East. That, in my opinion, it's gonna be the Bills or the Dolphins. Other than that, it's gonna be a toss-up between seeding on who makes the wild card and who goes. Because the Browns still have a scary defense, and if Deshaun Watson could come back and he's healthy and he could get hot, that defense could carry them a couple of games before and get him back into game shape. Then you got the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, I never count out Mike Tomlin. You might be able to count out Pickett.
I thought about it. They're not making.
Listen, if they could keep games close, they're gonna lean on that defense, and they don't have to do too much.
They should never beat the Ravens.
They don't have to do too much.
I don't think they're gonna make it.
Okay, but then you got the Texans. There's nobody thought that they'd be this advanced, but you have a really good coach. You have a decent defense, and you have an outstanding rookie who's having a LeBron-esque season. Then you have the Chargers. You can't tell as much as we give Herbert flack, they are super talented on both sides of the ball. They have too much talent to lose that many games.
They also
can't put them out.
They're also having a lot of injuries again. Mike Williams gone. I think Josh Palmer gone.
Josh Palmer, he'll be back. He's not on the
Josh Palmer's back, and if Quentin Johnson can step up,
and they're going into their bye week. They'll be fine.
They're already calling him a bust. The Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, that's a big if.
I don't even understand him, bro.
Which is funny because I picked up Quentin Johnson. I just need him to give me 10 points, and I lost.
He's low. He's like a Stephen Hill. I don't understand him, bro. He has all the measure, but he's like 6'4", run a 4.3, can jump out to him. Like he got God's gifts, and I don't know what's up with him, bro.
But let's flip the field. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Let's go back.
Are the Chiefs the best team in the league right now?
No.
That's all I wanted to hear.
I don't even think they're the second best.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't think they're the second best either.
I don't got them top four.
No, they're top four. They're top four.
I don't got them top four. I got the Ravens. The Eagles.
No. Save it to the end of the episode because we still got to do our power rankings. Yeah, we're out of power rankings.
Yeah, make sure you put them in order next time because you're wilding.
But yeah, that was in no order. But I'm just saying they're not top four.
Let's move on to the Rook though. Let's move on to the Rook. Troy called it at the beginning of the season that CJ was going to be miles ahead, starting the season and end of the season, miles ahead than the guy that got drafted over in front of him. So we gotta give flowers when it's due. Troy, how did you feel about this game?
Yo, first of all, it's my sleeper team, right? Like the Texans and the Browns, my two sleeper teams this season.
You can say it's your favorite team. We know already. Go ahead.
But listen, this is like I said, I wasn't too high on CJ when he got drafted. Like because I put him in that same bracket as all the other Ohio State quarterbacks, rightfully so. You feel me? I feel like he had to come in, he had to prove it to me. You feel me?
And who told you a little
talented?
He had to prove it
to me. But we all agreed that he was the most ready out of all the quarterbacks.
His preseason, that's what they said. But his preseason, he looked a lot shaky. Yeah, he struggles against the blitz. Yeah. Well, this was his knocks. You feel me? He struggles. He couldn't handle blitz. He looks great when he has a clean pocket. Can't handle the blitz. You know what I'm saying? Makes a lot of errors, and that's what he did in the preseason, especially when they played us. And I was like, yeah, he might need some time to develop. Regular season came. This man has turned it up. But I do have questions about the Texans are legit. And CJ's legit. But he's lit up an elite defense 3 to 4 times this year. He's lit up Pittsburgh 300. I think he passed for like almost 400 yards against Pitt.
Nah, 306.
306.
Yeah.
111.3 QB rating.
Let me pull it up.
I got to
read his stats off to me. Read his stats off to me. I'm gonna point something out.
Off the elite defenses.
No. Just his stats in general.
All right. So if you're talking about from the start of the season, Ravens, he had 242, no touchdowns, no picks. Colts, he had 384, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks.
No picks.
He had 280, 2 picks. 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Steelers, he had 306, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Falcons, he had 249, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Saints, a very good defense. He had 199, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Panthers, where he played Bryce Young, he had 140 and 0-0.
No TDs, no picks.
Yesterday or last weekend or whatever, he played the Buccaneers. He went crazy. 72% completion percent rating, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 picks.
Almost 500 yards.
So how many picks he got this season?
The throws he made, he looks like he's on the same. He's on the same trajectory as Joey Burrow, bro.
14-1 is 14. He's having a Nick Foles type of
right now. Nick Foles.
The only concern I got.
There's a couple of picks. Oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
The only concern I got is that he's lighting these teams up at home. I need to see him do it on the road, but that's the only concern I got.
I mean, but you have to be encouraged from what you see from the rook. Period.
I mean, of course.
Usually rookies come in and they have so many inconsistent games. There's a lot of picks that's thrown in with the touchdowns because they're still trying to learn. They're trying to get, move the ball down the field. 14-1 at 9 weeks is insane
as a rookie.
For a rookie.
That's
insane. The throws that he's making, like you could just go back and watch the tape. Vets can't even throw the football the way he reads the defense is crazy.
Now,
when he hit Tank Dell, I think it was like the first
knock
touchdown
was that he couldn't read defenses, and look at him doing it.
Tag me in. Somebody tag me in.
You got it.
You remember we brought him up? I said, and it might sound a little shaky now. I don't know if I'm gonna stick to it, but I said CJ Stroud will be better right now than Bryce Young. But in the future, Bryce Young will probably be better because Bryce Young can do a couple more crazy things. So boom, CJ Stroud's biggest weapon was his mind. It's what I said. Ironically, he got knocked for that at the combine with the stupid little test.
Yeah,
he's looking like Ohio State versus Georgia in the playoff. CJ Stroud. I was more shaky about. I wasn't really shaky on him because I already said in the right system he'll be successful right away because he get the ball out fast. He can read defenses. He's accurate. But I was more shaky of the weapons. But he got Nico Collins. He got
Tank
Dell. He got these boys looking like something, bro. And what he did last weekend or whatever, bro, when he threw that game-winning touchdown with it was like 13 seconds left.
6 seconds.
Oh, was it 6 seconds? Yeah. I said,
boy got ice water. So let me ask you a question, because I saw people asking this on Twitter. Because they took, or every college quarterback, it seems like every 2 years, especially with Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, everyone's generational. Is CJ generational? Is CJ the real generational quarterback?
No, I think that generational, when you have generational, it has to be a we're still in Pat Mahomes' generation.
Yeah.
So before that, it was Peyton and Tom. Say that them two was generational. Before that,
Luck.
Montana
Luck was generational.
And Marino. So when you're talking about generational, it has to be in that generation. Like right now, with LeBron's handing over the generational to Wembanyama. So it's Pat Mahomes is he's just peaking. He's just.
Right, but hold that thought right there. They've never mentioned Pat Mahomes being generational. That's why I don't even agree with it because generational is just a narrative for them. They said Andrew Luck was generational. Andrew Luck was fire.
Yeah.
But Andrew Luck wasn't the best quarterback in the league at that time. Maybe the young quarterbacks. RG3, we don't know what he would have turned into. Andrew Luck fire.
I think they tried to give him the generational thing meant that he was like the next Peyton, which talent-wise he was.
But they said Peyton was generational, but they never said that about A-Rod. And who Peyton came in with?
But A-Rod, in my opinion, A-Rod is in there because when I don't like to put generational on just one player. I think generational is the top players in that generation.
But I feel like they have to become generational.
But it starts with that's what I'm saying. Generational starts with high school, then college. Most of these players wasn't the top player in college. You feel me? Like Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck, they was always the top rated player all the way through. Like, they're gonna be the number one pick
Trevor Lawrence
when they come out. No one said Pat was gonna be the number one pick. No one said, you know what I'm saying? Like A-Rod wasn't gonna be the number one pick. He should have been the top 5 pick, but him falling in the draft was crazy.
I think it was Alex Smith, but Trevor Lawrence was generational his freshman year.
Yeah,
the players the next year. Did he stay 3 years? I think he stayed 3 years.
He was there for 3 years.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence, he was cool, but Deshaun Watson was better than him for a while. In college. Oh no, I'm bugging. Wait, what am I talking about? I think he came after Deshaun Watson. No, who was it?
After Deshaun.
Yeah.
But he was still generational.
Joe Burrow. They never mentioned him being generational.
They didn't mention Joe Burrow until he transferred out of Ohio State.
Yeah, because he had that one season.
LSU. That's when he started to get that label.
Yeah,
that's when he started. They started to say that Joe Burrow was fire.
He was. He is.
But they didn't say that. They didn't say that in Ohio State, though. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Once he left Ohio State and went to LSU and everything, what was it? Miles less, let it go, and we told him to go out there and ball.
I feel like you have to become generational in the NFL, and I don't know if you did. You ask if Caleb Williams was generational? I don't know if you said that.
No, he's not. I did because that's what they're calling him. But
okay. Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
nothing but Kyler Murray.
I think he's just he's more of a Kyler Murray clone. I wouldn't even put him because everybody's comparing him to Pat. I can't put him. I couldn't put him in the same category with Pat.
Well, they compare everybody to Pat because they think Pat Mahomes invented extending the play.
But he hasn't. He hasn't. If anything, I mean, Matt Stafford was doing it before Pat Mahomes even got to college.
You talking about Matt Stafford? You can go back to Big Ben. You can go back to Brett Favre. There's so many. They think anyone extending the play is Pat Mahomes. Kyler Murray, that's all he does. Extend the play. It's like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson did it before Pat Mahomes.
I've never seen anybody at the height, like elite level, extending the play better than Michael Vick.
That too.
Mike Vick was generational. You talk about generational.
They've never said it.
That man
is
generational.
Best athletes. They said he's the best video game character of all time because he was
He's a cheat code.
He is his, and they sleep on his arm. His arm was like a Pat Mahomes.
Nah, his arm was ridiculous. It was a rocket. It was right. He had It was more like an Aaron Rodgers. He could throw bombs off the flick of a wrist. I remember the 75-yarder to Deshaun Jackson against the Commanders. Bro,
back there. It was the first play of the game.
Bro, flick. It was a flick, bro. I've never seen that in my life, other than Aaron Rodgers. Mike Vick, flick. It was gone.
You saying Aaron Rodgers he had a better throwing arm than Pat Mahomes?
Aaron Rodgers has a better throwing arm than depends. It depends. It depends what we're talking about. Depends on the angle. Depends on your pressure. It depends.
Sound like you was Michael Jackson.
But I will compare them together when it comes to throwing. I will.
But you know who can put their name in that category soon though?
Of what? Generational?
Not generational, but just one of the best throwing arms and passers in that Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes category. CJ.
Cool.
CJ.
I can see it. I can see it because I have Bryce Young ceiling at Drew Brees, and I have CJ Young ceiling at like
Stroud. You mixed them up. You said
CJ Young.
Yeah, I don't know. I got Bryce Young ceiling at Drew Brees, and I have CJ's ceiling around. I would say like.
I don't know. He changed it up.
It's tough. It's tough to put.
You know who he plays like to me?
CJ ceiling,
which is kind of ironic. He reminds me of Deshaun Watson. That's what he reminds
me.
A
little bit.
Deshaun Watson.
A little bit.
Because he used to be like
his mechanics are way better than Deshaun.
Honestly, he reminds me more of Luck. He reminds me more of Andrew Luck.
He doesn't use his feet as much as Deshaun. That's the thing.
Yeah, but CJ reminds me more of Andrew Luck. His pocket presence. Analyzing where to go with the ball, getting the ball out quick, being decisive.
Turnovers. Andrew Luck threw a lot of picks.
Right, but that's why I said he looks like Joey Burrow, bro.
That's what we were.
That too. I could put a ceiling in. I put a ceiling in. I put a ceiling in.
I'm not sleeping on Bryce Young. When Bryce Young gets some weapons, he's gonna show everybody. I'm not. He having a terrible season right now, but I'm not sleeping on him at all.
I mean, but they have a terrible team. Like
they tried to, which is crazy. They tried to get him some weapons. They tried to get Miles.
I think Wright gonna get out of here soon, bro. He's gonna be out of here soon.
All right, let's move on to the Vikings at Falcons. So Dobbs gets traded like he should have. Got traded a couple of weeks prior to the deadline, but he gets traded after the Cousins injury, and then he leads one of the most miraculous fourth quarter winning. I think this was a winning drive better, in my opinion, than CJ's. CJ was amazing because he's a rookie doing it. This was amazing because he didn't know none of the players that he was playing with.
He didn't know none of the plays.
He got thrown into the fire.
He didn't even know the plays. Do you understand? Do you know what just came out? They said
they was teaching him the plays on the line.
Threw a pass
on the sideline.
No, they was describing him the plays on the sideline, like, yo, he gonna run this, and he had to go out and memorize it, or they was trying to break it down to him in the helmet, in the huddle.
But you know what? You know what? This is a good example of why school is so important. Why being a quarterback and why being smart, why studying, why being so ingrained in what you have to do at the quarterback position is so important. He's outside of football, dude's an astronaut. He works part-time for NASA.
NASA, yep.
Like you know how smart you have to be an astronaut, to be an astrophysicist, like crazy smart. And then on top of that, to play that at the NFL level, so you have to learn two totally separate field, different things. Then you got to try to combine them, the good and the bad, or for both, and then go out there and play weekly. I mean, it's
a beautiful story.
Insane.
I disagree. I don't think football and academics have anything to do with each other. But it is a beautiful story.
At the quarterback position, because you have to be smart enough to understand your playbook, understand what defenses is coming, and then understand in real time what you're being shown.
Yeah, but that's football.
He just had to understand football.
That's what I'm saying.
In that situation, he just had to remember. He just had to understand basic football.
It's a beautiful story, and I love how they painted it. They were saying, "Oh, it's like Ryan Fitzpatrick." They talk about him being in Harvard and all that, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I love Fitzpatrick. He was very entertaining. He didn't have a great career because he was smart. Like
Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia's a rocket scientist.
I didn't even know. I couldn't even tell because he's a
exactly.
Either way, I think it's dope.
I stopped myself.
I think it's dope. It's dope.
I
mean, imagine having to be thrown into the fire like 6 days after you're traded and not knowing anything, not the playbook, the players you're playing with.
I love that.
Not knowing anything. That's crazy to me.
I love the story. I hate
a beautiful football story. I don't like how they always tag on academics. It's cool, it's achieving and all that. I mean, I love how they do it, but I don't, because I feel like it shits on the people who didn't graduate with high degrees and stuff like that. But I love it. I don't think they mean anything bad by it. I just personally don't like it.
I like the story is amazing. It is. But like you said, he just had to understand basic football.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Understand the route trees, understand defenses. But it's still a tough situation to go into.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely stole money from me because I bet on the Falcons this week.
Me too.
I think we all had the Falcons winning that game.
Yeah,
we all had the Falcons winning that game.
Bro, that's the only. I can show you it was the only one on my ticket. But I just respected it. So I wasn't even that mad.
Exactly. But I will say this too. The rest of the season, we all play fantasy, right? Josh Dobbs, if you need a quarterback, that man is a cheat code the rest of the season.
Yeah, he be running.
I'm gonna tell you. He's second in the league for quarterbacks in rushing, right? That right there gets you fantasy points. And Justin Jefferson's coming back. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, over IR.
He has way more weapons than he did in Arizona. Hawkinson, Addison, Jefferson,
or Tennessee.
Rushing. Like, that man's going to be a cheat code. I'm picking him up in waivers right now.
All right, let's move on to the Seahawks at the Ravens. Are the Seahawks truly legit? Are they elite, or are they like the other teams that we named and they only beat up on bad teams?
You want me to kick this one off?
Go ahead.
So, I was high on the Seahawks before the season started. I'm not low on them yet, but I was high on them. I had them playing us in the NFC Championship. But Geno was a bum, bro. Like, I don't know what happened with Geno. He got his money and all that. He just referred back to Geno. I don't understand what's going on with Geno Smith, bro. He don't like DK. Obviously, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he is nice, but he's like forcing the ball to him too much, and they just like they're not completely unraveling, but they're just like I don't know, they're falling apart to me slowly. And this was a big game for them to win or to even compete in. You're playing another possible. This could be a Super Bowl preview. You know what I'm saying? Like however you slice it, it's a possibility if you have them in your top whatever team. And right. They unraveling to me. I don't know what it is with them.
Is there a bright spot on this team that you could pick from? Watching that game, was there a bright spot that you could pick? Defense, offense? Is there any bright spot from that team that you could pick?
Yeah, for all the Ravens. I mean, in Seattle. Oh no, they was in Baltimore. Can't even say at Seattle because Seattle would be bright because of the sun, but that's it.
Yeah,
they was in Baltimore. Shout out to Odell getting a touchdown, hitting the Baltimore strut. You know what I'm saying? Lamar, he didn't really do much. It was really like a running game. It just was more physical than them. But it's just battle of the birds and the Ravens won.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Seattle. Like you said, I'm just every week I'm like, this the week that Geno turns it up. Like last season, he had those weeks where he was just stagnant and then he just turned it up. I was like, it's a matter of time before he just goes crazy, throws for 400 yards. I haven't seen it yet. The saving grace for the Seahawks is their defense.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that
didn't work last game.
Nope.
Usually.
But I expected it though. The game went how the Ravens are one of the best teams in football. They playing.
That's why I was just
they're
about
playing
to ask.
the best football.
Are the
Cincinnati
Ravens
right now? So
are the Ravens the scariest team in the AFC right now?
No,
currently. Okay.
I still got the Bengals up there.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. I was about to say the Bengals, but it's a division game. They play each other, so anything can happen. So we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm glad you brought up the Bengals. That's our next subject. Bills at Bengals. We've already talked about the Bills being frauds. The Bills are the most talented elite team that will guarantee you a loss. Knowing that, are the Bengals finally hitting their stride and their peak? So the record shows that they have started off slow every single season, including the Super Bowl season. Is this another Super Bowl season for them?
I believe so. I think they're the best team in the AFC, if not the Ravens. But it's like 1A and 1B with the Ravens. It's a division game.
But they haven't played each other yet, so I want to see how.
I'm saying they could
see how they clash.
I'm saying they could easily eliminate each other because they're division opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To me, that's 1A and 1B.
Troy?
I agree. I think the Bengals hit their stride after they won their first game. They 0-2. Then, was Joey Burrow hurt? You know what I'm saying? The injury. How is he? As soon as they won the first game, they put all that shit to rest, bro. Like, they're legit. Right now, they could beat anybody in the league.
But it wasn't just Joe that was hurt. You had T. Higgins hurt. T. Higgins was out.
Yeah.
You had Jamal Chase had a nagging injury. Their best receiver for 3 weeks was Tyler Boyd. Irv Smith didn't even get going until week 6. So
and those are still weapons, though.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Joe
Mixon and Tyler Boyd was their only offense for the first 5 weeks of football.
Boyd could be a wide receiver 1 on some teams.
Yeah, he could be a good wide receiver.
Which is crazy.
Deep wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So when you have all these elements, you don't have a healthy Joe Burrow. T. Higgins, your number 2 is out. You have a nagging injury with Chase, and now he just got injured in the Bills game.
Mm-hmm.
Then Irv Smith, your number 1 tight end, he's not getting anything moving, and you have no mobility with your quarterback, and you have to stick to your run game. Credit to Joe Mixon, because Joe Mixon, he has been showing out.
He's been mixing
but they haven't been fully healthy. The last 3 games, everybody's been fully healthy, and this is what they've looked like. This has to be a scare. I think this wasn't the putting the league on notice game. I think last week was the putting the league on notice game, but this week was the reaffirming. Like, Bills can't mess with us.
They can't. And that's what I'm saying. And you started this off by calling the Bills elite. They are far from elite, bro. Like I said.
What I'm saying is when you look at the roster, when you look at their record, when you look at their track, when you look at their records coming as far as seasonal, what they've done the past couple of seasons, what they're trying to be, what they are on paper, they're an elite team. They are.
And they are suffering
on paper,
but they've been asked before that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that's why I say they're like you said, you say it every week. They're the most beatable elite team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So can we truly say that they're elite if they're beatable? Because elite
that's why I just said don't call them elite.
Don't get beat.
Well, let's just tell the Jets.
They beat the Dolphins, but I mean, like I said,
it's a divisional game. This is a divisional game.
It's a divisional game.
Yeah.
And like I said, the blueprint to beat the Dolphins is really not that much. You have a physical defense, you could beat them.
You know, it's funny. I think they set the blueprint.
I said that at the beginning of this episode.
Tyreek never had like more than like 79 yards on him in his career. Outside of that playoff game, I'm not even sure. When he caught the slant and ran or whatever.
The Patriots set that blueprint. The Patriots set the blueprint.
Oh, it could be. I mean, it could be the Pats.
All right. Let's move on to the topic of the day. America's game of the week. Cowboys at Eagles. We're gonna start off with Troy.
Yeah, start off with me every week. That was a really good game. Divisional game. I stayed away from it because I really wanted to put some. I was going both ways on this one. Pause. I didn't know which Eagles team was going to show up. I didn't know if it might be a letdown. I just knew it was going to be a really good game. To be honest, the Cowboys gave that game away, bro. The Cowboys really gave the game away. A lot of they're one of the most undisciplined teams in football. Like their defense makes up for a lot of things, and Dak's play sometimes makes up for a lot of it. But the penalties really killed them.
They've been like the last few
they got down to the 6-yard line, 1st and goal, 6-yard line, had a chance to win the game.
3 times.
Okay. I'm talking about the final drive. They get the false start, got to move back. I think they had a delay of game, had to move back.
No. That last drive, we are the ones that got all the penalties.
The last drive,
they only got 1 penalty that drive.
No, they had the false start. They had to move back.
They had the false start.
Holding.
Yeah, they had that at first, and they had to keep moving back, and then we had the penalties.
Then that got sacked.
Yeah,
like they started in the 10-yard line and had to attempt that last play to CD when CD got stopped in the 5-yard line. They what was they on like the 27-yard line?
Probably.
You lose that many yards. But it was on the flip side. Then when the Eagles, when Swift fumbled, when he ran into AJ Brown, they couldn't capitalize. I mean, they didn't recover the fumble, but had they recovered the fumble, that would have been a chance to steal the game too. But
yeah,
I think they dodged a bullet. A lot of it was self-inflicted. Shout out to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts played an incredible game, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all 8-1. So what's the heavy breathing for?
Because we should have lost that game, and it's all on coaching. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We should have lost that game. We had 28 yards total offense in the 4th quarter because our coaches wanted to be.
What you mad at? We won the game.
We wanted to be
cute. Cowboys gave that game away.
Listen, good
we won
teams.
The game. Why
good
are you
teams?
Mad? We 8-1.
Because good teams put good teams put other good teams away. If you want to be truly elite, you can't. First of all, the way that this game ended, you gave the Cowboys way too much confidence. If we go out there and play again, we could beat you because we was able to hang with you. No, you have to go out there. In Philly, you have to go out there and you have to show your dominance. You can't play 3 quarters. And when it came to the 4th quarter, we was up 2 scores. It should have been, let's not get cute. Let's not do all these other plays. Let's smash mouth, keep away. I don't understand. We could play keep away in the 1st quarter, go on 8-9 minute drives, but we can't do it in the 4th quarter.
Real quick, because before you go to another point, it don't matter if we undefeated. The Cowboys will never be scared of us because in the last 20 games, they've been spanking us. All the wins in Philly, where we be beating them, it's a little inflated because a lot of them games Dak don't play, or Dak only played Jalen Hurts one time ever before last night, and that was when he threw the touchdown to Deshaun in 20. It was the first year when he was starting or whatever. But still, when he had the number 2, the jersey number 2, that he only played Dak only one time ever. Outside of that, the Cowboys never going to be scared of us because they spank us all the time.
Yeah, and it's always going to be a dogfight. To expect to just smack them, that's never going to happen. Or for them to smack y'all, it's never going to. It's always going to be a dogfight.
I didn't expect the smacking.
You said give them confidence. They got confidence. They hate us. I think if
you're
they
giving them more, all right. Even if they had the confidence, what I'm saying is you're giving them more confidence. After the game, Michael Parsons said, "We hang with the Eagles. We like it's a sticking point. It's almost like a badge of honor. We got to stick with the Eagles because the Eagles. This is the bar. We set the bar and
that tells you about the Cowboys. They shouldn't be happy to hang with the Eagles. You're a
Super
Bowl contending team. You should know that you can hang with them.
What I'm saying is. Allowing 6 points in the second half is great. Cool. Kudos to the defense.
That is elite.
But your best corner.
Not scoring in the 4th quarter.
Your best. The stats was, I don't even have it up. I was looking at it earlier. I forgot to pull it up. Slay on CD, 8 targets, 4 catches, 20 yards, 0 touchdowns. Slay on CD.
In the slot, be specific.
And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going into man? Why are you playing man coverages on obvious blitzing downs and you don't have your best corner on their best wide receiver and you're leaving it to either a rookie, undrafted, and Eli Ricks, or a linebacker, or even a safety, our rookie safety at that?
Mm-hmm.
This was a game of attrition where you have two power. These are powerhouses in the NFC. You have two powerhouses going against each other, and if you want to assert your dominance, then you have to play your absolute best. It's not about, oh, if we play this play and we're gonna give them material for the next game. I don't care. Get more material then. At the end of the day, the name of the game is to win. Yeah, we won the game, but we didn't win by much.
That's it. A win is a win.
A win is not a win when we put ourselves in a position to lose the game. Fourth quarter, this is what blows my mind. First quarter, second quarter, we could go on 8 to 9 minute drives. We own and we're number one in the league on time of possession. First and second quarter, we're going on 9-10 minute drives. You can't do that in the fourth quarter to put the game away.
You know why?
You're doing a cute misdirection run with AJ Brown where he runs right into your running back who you're handing the ball off and putting the ball at jeopardy. You're throwing a out route to AJ Brown on third and long instead of the sure slant where you know he's been shorthanded where he could get you that first down.
Let me jump in here with you. First of all, that shit was bananas.
Yeah.
B-A-N-A-N-A-N. That was nuts. Now, boom. We went forward the Jets. It gave me flashback with the Jets. I almost cried. Because the Jets, I believe it was 30-3. Also, when we threw the ball and Hurts threw a pick to AJ. Well, he threw to AJ and threw a pick. Now, boom. The Jets, I wasn't that mad. I understood it. We did it a few times over the years. Go for it on third down, throw the ball. We have Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, running backs, elite O-line. I'm not that mad at it sometimes. Now, I wasn't that mad that we threw it on third down. I'm more mad that we threw it instead of drawing up a play for the first down. We throwing a damn streak down the field that went out of bounds. That's what pissed me off. But let me rewind it a little bit. Now, Lou, we doing role reversal right now. Pause. You angry. I'm cool with the win. Let me tell you why. Think about all the injuries we had this game. Dallas got it, fractured his arm. He was out. Slade was out at one point.
Talk about
it. James Bradbury Toast was out at one point. He came back. Who else got hurt? Milton Williams got hurt.
Slade was out. Cox was out.
Yeah.
Was out. Fletcher Cox, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do I gotta say the whole name? Can we be adults? Can we?
You can't say Cox was out. That's crazy. Yeah.
Jeez. You gonna put me on the bloopers. I already see it.
Nah, you
already see it.
All post.
You gotta slow down. Tread lightly. I told you, bro.
You every roster spot.
This is the second season with the whole Cox. Yo,
Yo, can we be adults? Can we be adults, please? Please, can we be adults? Can we be adults?
So Fletcher Cox was hurt. So you got to take into account all these injuries.
And we had Reddick out for almost
Reddick out.
Series. Yeah, Reddick was out.
N'Kobe Dean out.
N'Kobe Dean is might be done for the season.
And I think that's the whole defense. Damn near the whole defense was out at one point or in some point inside the game. Plus,
and then on top of that, they was playing hurry up offense and they was keeping guys on the field. Go ahead.
And we won. All that happened, and we beat the team that always beats us. We won.
I get you. Now, are you that satisfied on the win though? There's nothing that you could take away from this, and because you're usually way more critical than I am.
That's why I said role reverse. I couldn't even get that out. Role reversal. But yes, all of that I just said, we won. We beat a team that always beat us. We won. And it's funny because when this game was going on, the first thing I thought about was this is why we need to beat the Jets. So we have another game just in case we lose to have another lead on them. But that last drive, I almost ate a cigarette sandwich. I was so stressed. It was just so much. It was so ref controlled that it was just horrible that last drive. That whole like
there was so many penalties. The phantom penalty on the penalty on Byard, the phantom penalty, the pass interference on Bradbury, and then I mean Bradbury made up for with
Bradbury
the fumble.
Cooked. Ever since Brandon Ayuk said he was trash, I believe he's been way worse than Slay. He's been getting cooked. I think
more of what it is because when you watch the old 22, it's like he's not trusting his eyes. He's not trusting his instincts.
He's like an 8-year pro. Why the hell you not trusting your eyes and instincts?
Yeah.
He's been getting cooked. He's been like that too.
But on the other side of that, you've been saying Slade been getting cooked.
Slade has been getting cooked.
When I watch the all 22, when you look at the numbers and you look at the all 22, it's really not him getting cooked, bro. He might get cooked on like 1 or 2, but he's not giving up too much yardage.
That's what I'm saying. Getting cooked to me is not. If you get beat on a route bad and nasty, and the quarterback don't see the receiver, you still got cooked. I don't care about the numbers. The numbers is different because he was getting cooked. But I don't even want to get into Slay. But Bradbury's been getting cooked. That's what my point I was making. He's been.
My question is, knowing that you have a rookie on a vet. CD is. Can we consider CD a vet by now? CD's a vet.
Like 5 years in.
Okay, so you have an undrafted rookie on a vet. And you're not moving your best cover guy in man coverage. I don't mind his zone.
That's the point I was getting to. I don't know what it is. It has to be in the game plan because even last year, once the Cowboys started putting CD exclusively in the slot, he was cooking Josiah Scott. Scott, that's the boss. But he been cooking him exclusively, so it got to be something. Slay must not be able to play inside. I don't understand.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that because when they put Slay inside on CD, it limited CD. Dak couldn't go to CD. I was watching the old 22 today.
He went on CD, but CD went outside too to Slay. CD came to Slay also.
No, the only time they put CD outside or they motion him outside is when Slay was on him. I'll send you the old 22.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The only time they motioned him outside is when they wanted the favorable matchups for CD. CD had almost 200 yards.
191.
He was cooking everybody else except Slay.
He was cooking everybody he was really cooking Eli Ricks, undrafted free agent rookie. But
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand if you're gonna play man exclusively. And you know what's funny? Because watching the all 22, the most effective defense that was put on Dallas was the zone, not man.
Yeah, of course.
And when they went man, and when they actually matched up Slay onto CD, Dak didn't have anywhere to go. Dak's 5 sacks, 4 of the 5 sacks was because Slay was on CD.
You know what's funny too? When Dak, the last play of the game, when he threw the ball to CD and he caught it and almost scored.
Brandon Cooks was wide open.
Yeah, whoever was in the slot, I yelled it at the TV. It was a tight end. It was Ferguson or whatever his name is.
Ferguson, yeah.
Instantly, he beat him off the press. I yelled it at the TV. I said this game is over. Dak looked dead at him and came back the other way and threw it to CD. Why? Dak be on that stuff. We should have definitely lost that game, but we didn't. We came out won. No matter how you slice it, how it ended, whatever, we won. We kept them to 6 points. We won. We kept them to 6 points. And I came to a conclusion like our schedule is way harder this year than it was last year. Our games is going to be a lot more ugly this year than it was last year, and we winning them. The Jets, we should never lose. We should really be down and 0. But we winning them, we're going to be battle tested. And when we get to the playoffs, like we never going to shake. Our confidence is never going to shake because we keep winning these games.
What I will tell you is this. This is what I got from the game. The positive that I got from this game was that it doesn't matter how we won the game. It's because it's not about style points. At this point in the season, it's not going to be about style points, especially thank God we're going into a bye. But it's not going to be about style points. It's about who's going to make the play at the end of the game. It's not how you start, it's going to be how you finish. And whoever, Eagles-wise, whoever finishes the best is going to ultimately win this game.
And that's Brandon Graham.
Out of the 40-something 40, I think we got some 40-something sacks we have. 11 of those sacks have come in the fourth quarter.
I don't really like stats like that because that's most time.
But what I'm trying to tell you is all I'm trying to say is at the end of the game, we might not be able to make those plays in the first, second, or third quarter. But when it comes to the fourth quarter, you have these plays where you have players like Reddick stepping up. Reddick has made sacks that have stopped drives in the fourth quarter from us losing the game. The Vikings, the Cowboys, the Dolphins.
Nah, you're not gonna take my boy credit away because the Cowboys,
I'm gonna tell you
that was Brandon Graham. Don't take my boy,
Brandon Graham was there too. He made 2 critical plays, but I'm just spotlighting Reddick right now. But Brandon Graham made 2 terrific plays: the 2-point conversion and then the sack. The sack that should have been a fumble. I don't know why Carter went low when he should have been swiping the ball, but I digress. What I'm saying is it's not about style points. It's going to be about this. It's about finding a way to win, whether it be through the air, through the ground, or through the defense. And that's what makes a terrific team. This is why I say that the Eagles are the best team in the league, because each week they find a way to win through adversity.
Going into the playoffs, backtrack this now.
Well, no. I'm still mad. I'm still mad
at the style point so bad. He started off by saying we only won by 5 points. We only won by 5 points.
I'm still mad at this game. What I'm trying to say is, you have to take the positives and the bad, right? Even when Mr. Negative over here is ranting on Hurts and everything, he still takes the positives from the game.
But he's bad. He's bad. He's not above criticism for me.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is the good teams, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Eagles, they're finding ways to win the game when something else isn't working. When their bread and butter is not working, they're still finding ways to win the game. This is what makes these teams the best teams in the league. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's how you win a Super Bowl.
And next time rank it right. To the Eagles, the Bengals, the Chiefs. I mean.
All right, before we get into the 2-minute drill, let's give our quick power rankings, the top 10 teams in the league.
Hold on, you don't want to talk about the Pats? Troy,
I was gonna say that's crazy, but
I'm so sorry.
I get we dog shit. I get we dog shit.
Okay, my fault, bro. My fault.
God damn.
Commanders at Pats, and I had the Pats winning this game. I was even though Troy wants them to lose every single game this year so that they could get a high pick, I had them winning this game. They ultimately lost on a heartbreaker. Go ahead, Troy. Talk about your team.
I wanted to lose so bad that, and you had more. You know what they say? You don't. Nobody knows you better than yourself, right? That's how I feel about the Pats. Like I feel like nobody knows my team better than I know my team. You feel me? But I feel like last week you convinced me that we was gonna win. That I had to change my.
I did. I think I convinced myself.
You were so high on them that I was like, nah, maybe we will. Maybe we'll sack. You know what I'm saying? Sam Howell gonna break the sack record this game. We gonna get after him. It was a good game. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good game.
It was a nail biter. It was a heartbreaker.
But at the end of the day, we lost, and I'm okay with that. I didn't want to win that game. It's not a game. Winning at this point does nothing for us, bro. Like, it does nothing. It's not beneficial. At this point, it's all about. It's the same situation, same story every week. Is Mac the answer? You know he's not the answer. Are they gonna fire Bill? I would never call for us to fire Bill, and I'm not opposed to it at the same time. So it is what it is.
Honestly, I think if y'all would have stuck with the run game, y'all would have won this game. Ramondre was
slow down Sam Howard.
Wilding.
Yeah, Ramondre crazy. Sam Howard went crazy though too.
I knew that was gonna happen. I mean, our defense it's not where it was at the beginning of the season. It's nowhere near at the same stature as it was at the beginning of the season. We lost Christian. We lost Judon.
They're not as scary as they was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
they're not as scary as they was at the beginning of the season. Not
as scary, but still.
No, before I would say with Judon and Gonzalez,
still the strength of the team.
With them healthy, I would say that they was low key scary. They looked scary.
Of course, we slowed y'all down. We slowed y'all down a bit. We slowed down the Dolphins.
That's what I'm trying to say. So with Judon and Gonzalez and a lot of other players that you guys are missing right now, I feel like y'all not as scary, but y'all still competing.
Yeah, it's still the strength of the team.
Yeah,
still the strength of the team. But like I said, that game, it was entertaining to watch because it was close. It came down to the end. Like I said, Juju is trash. Like I don't get the signing.
I just felt like it really just came down to the fourth quarter. Neither team scored in the fourth quarter. Y'all was in position to try to tie it up. And it was just a lot of bad things that happened. And I think that it really comes down to play calling. If y'all would have stuck to the run game,
but Mac was driving.
Especially when it was working.
I really feel like
Mac was driving, but I mean, he still threw 44 passes and only completed 24 of them, 220 yards with the pick. You have Ramondre Stevenson.
That pick was on Juju. That was
and I get that, bro. But what I'm saying is Ramondre Stevenson only had 9 carries, bro. 9 carries, 87 yards. It was working. The run game was working. They're missing 2 key pieces to that defensive line. Y'all could have stuffed it down their throat. Pause. And y'all would have been okay. Stick to the run game. Stevenson was wilding. He was hungry.
You wilding.
You are definitely wilding, bro.
You wilding.
All I'm saying is if y'all would have stuck to the run game, especially going into the fourth quarter, keep away, I think y'all would have won this game.
It's questionable. Like I said, that's the strength of the team. Our run game and our defense is the strength of the team, hands down. So it's I don't know. Like, I don't know if Bill is secretly tanking. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, well, you can't tank next week. This week.
I think he's trying to squeeze. I'm about to be crazy. I think he's trying to get as much as he could out of Mac Jones to see what it's really worth, to see
that well is dry.
Do with him. What they want to do.
I'm not gonna say, like I said, it's not all Mac, because Mac is still competent. Mm-hmm. He just needs to be in the right situation. He can't elevate a team. He's not.
I mean, but y'all don't have the receivers around him to elevate him.
Yeah, the weapons.
I don't agree with that, because that was the same situation. That was the same narrative that they tried to put on CJ before the season, and he's elevated the Texans.
I think that's
CJ. But are you putting Mac Jones in the CJ conversation?
No, now hindsight is 2020, bro. I'm talking about the beginning of the season. The Texans were picked to be the worst team in the league, and CJ has elevated that receiving group. They had one of the worst receiving groups, ranked worst receiving groups next to us,
because they have a bunch of unknowns. But the thing is,
right? But CJ, he just threw for 470 with that.
Okay,
group.
but having unknowns
Juju
and not
is a proven vet. Devontae Parker is a proven vet. Say. So it's not like he has unknowns.
But are those weapons moving the needle as far as winning games?
No, but what I'm saying is, they don't have anybody to take over. I think CJ balls out with this team than Mac Jones does. Because CJ, I feel like CJ Stroud can elevate the.
I don't think so.
I think the Texans is more of a.
I think before Jacoby got injured,
I think they have a good offensive coaching job. And it ties in with the defense a lot. Even the defense been getting cooked lately. But I think it's more so like I don't know. It's a good question. But I think it's more so of a good offensive coaching job with the Texans than anything else. But maybe I don't know. Mac Jones, I just don't know. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have it, bro. Like, he just doesn't have that dog, that it to elevate. And there's a lot to do with his game too. Like, some of his passes, like, he doesn't have zip on his passes. Like, the ball takes a long time to get to the receivers. Like, a lot. That's crucial when you're a quarterback. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is some of it is talent. A lot of it is just him as a player.
Yeah.
And being in the wrong situation is the perfect storm of shit, and that's why we're shit.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts, bro. I seen last year with Jalen Hurts with the Colts. We was losing or getting tied up the whole game. I've seen a moment Jalen Hurts just took it, like, he just, that it factor just boom. Mm-hmm. He just started scrambling more. He stopped sliding. He started trucking. I seen it just turn on. And I seen that this man refuses to lose. And I was like, yeah. Same thing with Carson with that one season. I seen it like just certain.
I would say 2 seasons.
Yeah, I saw that in Mac too. One game.
I'll say the
one
game.
Season
he had
I seen it last week. I'm talking about 17 or whatever, 17, 18 with the Rams. Just like, he just refused to lose, and that's the factor when it just turned like, I'm not losing this game.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our top 10, our power rankings. Going into the the half point of the season.
Yeah, let's breathe through this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it off. So I got the Eagles 1. I got the Ravens 2. I got the Chiefs 3. I got the Bengals 4. I got the Jags 5. And this is when it gets a little tough.
So just stay at 5.
I'm at 5.
Yeah, so you might as well. You just stop 5.
I got the Cowboys. I don't want to put them in order. I got the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Browns, and the Dolphins. Is that 10?
Yeah. Well, why you say you don't want to put them in order?
You want me to put them in order?
Yeah, there was a point of you ranking them.
All right. So I got the Cowboys at 6. I got the Browns at 7. I got the Dolphins at 8. The Lions at 9. Oh, shoot. 49ers. I'll put the Niners behind the Cowboys. So I got the Cowboys at 6. The Niners at 7. The Dolphins at 8. The Browns at 9. And then the Lions at 10.
Yo, go Trey when we fly through mine.
Good.
I got the Eagles 1, Ravens 2, Bengals 3. Bengals 3. Chiefs.
Did I put the Bengals at 4?
You put them right after the Chiefs.
All right, so no, they're 3. The Chiefs is the 4. My fault.
I got the Eagles 1, Ravens 2, Bengals 3, Niners 4, Chiefs 5, Cowboys 6. No, Dolphins 6, Cowboys 7. Lions 8. Let me see. Lions 8. That's gonna get tricky, but I guess I got the Browns 9, and I will have my 10th team with the Falcons. But I got the Chargers 10.
Falcons over the Jags?
No,
Damn,
that
the Jags.
was my 10th team before. But I got the Chargers 10.
Over the Jags?
Jags 11. I love that.
I'm mad at that. I'm mad at that. I will put the Chargers in my top 10, but it's just that record that's.
It'll make sense soon. Give it a couple of weeks. It'll make sense.
Okay.
I believe it. I went back and forth with this, but I got the Eagles 1.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna put the Bengals 1, but I got the Eagles 1, Bengals 2, Ravens 3. I got.
It's tricky. tricky.
I got the Chiefs 4. I got the Cowboys 5.
Ooh.
I got the Niners 6.
Ooh. Take the Cowboys.
Cowboys 5 is crazy.
I got the Dolphins 7.
Okay.
I got the Texans 8.
Ooh.
All right, it'll make sense.
Okay.
I like that.
I got the Chargers 9.
I'm mad at that.
You got the Chargers over the Jags?
Yeah. And then I got the Lions 10. I got the Jags.
I'm not mad at that. But you know what's crazy? Neither one of us named the Bills in our top 10. That's the craziest.
Hell no. But I'm gonna flip that though. I'm gonna put the Jags top 10. I'm gonna put them over the Lions. I got the Jags over the Lions.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But I still feel the Lions.
I trust their defense a little more. That don't make sense. I'll tell you.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. All right. So that's our top 10 pound rankings. We'll put it up. We'll have that plastered somewhere. Let's get into this 2-minute drill and let's get up out of here because we are running
let's spin through this.
Short on time here. All right, so our Thursday night game, we have the not the Broncos. Oof. Thursday night game is the Panthers at the Bears. The Bears open up -4.
I don't know if Justin Fields is playing, but the Bears gonna win regardless. The end.
Troy?
I could get jiggy with it.
Consensus. Colts at Pats. Colts open up -1.5.
Gardner about to go vintage. I'm telling you, Nottingham in Germany. 2-9, here we come.
This is interesting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel like y'all gonna shake up Gardner Minshew. I got the Pats.
This is tough. I want to go for the Pats because I feel like Bill's gonna get his players to keep his job. But Colts have been competent and they have kept games close. And Minshew has been bowling in the absence of AR. I'm gonna ride with the Colts on this one.
Against elite defenses.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Colts.
They're different. I seen how Gardner did with the Saints last year. They're different.
But look what he did to the
Niners
Browns this year. I'm just saying.
Niners at Jags. Niners open up -3.
I got the Niners.
I got the Jags.
I got the Jags as well. They're home. I feel like they play better at home. They play better in London.
I love Doug. I don't fully believe in Trevor yet. I just can't. I mean,
okay, so let me ask a question before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
If the Jags win, does it say more about the Jags or does it say more about the 49ers in their direction?
That's a great question. I think it's actually equal. I think the Jags is like solidifying themselves as one of them ones, and I feel like the Niners is not as good as we thought they were. Two things could be true.
I think it gets really interesting if they lose. This would be their 4th loss in a row, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It gets real sticky after that.
You know,
real sticky. They're gonna talk about getting rid of Purdy. Those talks are going to start.
So, Troy, do you feel like if does this win solidify the Jags as their true contenders, or does this solidify the 49ers as they're not the contenders that we thought they were?
I don't know.
They're not the team that beat the Cowboys.
It's a little bit of both. This is that game where it's a little bit of both. Like the Jags are hot right now. They're getting hot at the right time. I think they proved that they're one of the best teams in the AFC already, going back to last year, making the playoffs. And the Niners, they've lost 3 in a row. So they lose 4 in a row. I'm going to have to start putting them in that same Bills conversation.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'm starting to lean a little bit to it makes the Niners look like frauds because their history shows that they've been losing. They lost to the Vikings and all of them. So it's like, I think it leans a little bit to the Niners ain't who we thought they were, which we knew that, but, the world them.
All right. Browns at Ravens. The Ravens open up -6.
It's a division game.
Mm-hmm.
Division game.
Ravens.
Who's home?
Ravens.
This
one is tough because I feel like not only if it's just a division game, this is going to be a true measuring stick of Lamar Jackson going against an elite defense. I don't think he's played a top 5 defense as of yet.
Yeah, so, going against the number 1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the Ravens number 1 defense in the league right now.
No, but what I'm saying is he hasn't played against a top 5 defense, or a top 10 defense at that. So I think
he plays against them every week in practice.
I think this is going to be a true test for Baltimore. I have Baltimore winning this game by a field goal. This is gonna be a close game. Packers at Steelers. Steelers open up -3.
Steelers.
Yeah.
We all bet against the Packers last week. Collectively, we all bet against the Packers last week, and they ended up winning. This one's tough. But I'm gonna go Steelers. Saints at Vikings. Saints open up -2.5.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
I'm actually gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings too. They sleep
they're sleeping.
Yeah, Brian Flores got them blitzing. I think he'll do some things. The Carr really don't even got confidence in them boys, and they lines is dirt. Both of their trenches are dirt. Outside of what's his name? The lineman. What's the lineman on the Saints name?
Cam Jordan.
Outside of Cam Jordan, their line is dirt.
I got the Saints. I'm gonna shake it up. I got the Saints. I think that the Saints coming to I think that the Vikings are still on the high for winning that game. I think Saints defense, I have them in the top 15. I think they're gonna give Dobbs a lot of fits. I got the Saints. Texans at Bengals. Bengals open up -6.5. Troy.
This is a game. This my game of the week right here. This is the game of the week. This is a Super Bowl preview. I'm AFC Championship preview. I ain't gonna go that far, but this is a good game. I got
You could just say Bengals, bro. It's not gonna take away anything from the Texans. They're the second best team. They're the second best team. It's not gonna take away.
But at some point they gotta regress. At some point it's gonna hit them. But it's in Cincy, right? So yeah, I got the Bengals.
EG?
Oh, I said Bengals.
I got the Texans, and I'm gonna stand on that. The reason why I got the Texans is because I believe D'Amico Ryans is gonna have these boys high flying and playing. And there's a question mark on Jamal Chase. No Jamal Chase. We only gotta worry about T. Higgins and Boyd. Oh yeah. CJ Stroud just threw 5 touchdowns and almost 500 yards. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Texans on this one.
You know what? I'm flipping that too. Yeah, I'm gonna go Texans because Jamal's definitely not playing. I'm gonna put that out right now. He's not playing. The way he fell on his back, he's not playing this week.
Titans at Bucks. Bucks open up -1.
Bucks.
I got the Bucks. I got some faith in them.
You know what's crazy? We all had the Bucks winning last week against the Texans, which is the craziest part.
Me too, but I mean, the way they lost is like I can live with them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now I got the Bucks. The Bucks surprisingly at 3-5 lead the league in turnovers.
Not surprising to me. I thought the defense is good since week 1.
Except when they play the Eagles, but I got the Bucks. Falcons at Cardinals. The Falcons open up -1.
Falcons. Hopefully they give the ball to Bijan more. Falcons.
That's frustrating that they don't use this man the way he's supposed to be used.
Very frustrating. Did you hear Arthur Smith say that Bijan is like the best decoy on the field?
Sound like some Terrell. What's Terrell name on the Broncos?
Terrell Davis. Who?
The Edmonds. Terrell Davis. Sound like some Terrell Davis talk. Like they use him as decoy in the Super Bowl, but whatever. Arthur Smith about to get up out of there. Maybe
he gotta get up out of there.
They need a better offensive coach.
I don't get it because Arthur Smith came from Tennessee where he had Derrick Henry. Whatever.
That's what made him
and they have an offense built for
exactly.
Their O-line is fire right now. They still need some pass rush on the D-line, but their O-line is fire. They got Drake London. They got Van Jefferson now. Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier,
and the other tight end. Well, what's his name?
Jonnu.
Yeah. Smith.
Jonnu.
Where he was at last year?
The Patriots.
Yeah, he ain't do shit over there.
That's still my boy. This is tough because
Kyler's coming back Sunday.
Yeah, that's the only thing holding me. I gotta wait to see how Kyler looks.
Oh yeah, Kyler is coming back, but I gotta see how he look too. I feel like he rushed him. They rushed him.
They're saying he looked good in practice. I think he's gonna look good in the game.
They said he's been ready for the last 2 weeks allegedly.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go Falcons. I'm gonna go Cardinals on this one. I think Kyler comes back and balls out.
No, this one is tough. This one is tough only because every time I bet against the Falcons, they end up winning. When I say that the Falcons are gonna win, they end up losing. But saying all of that, I still feel that the Falcons are the better team. They have the better defense. Kyler is coming back. Yeah, he may look good in practice, but it's different when you're actually on the field and actually playing at game speed. Falcons defense is I think the Falcons defense is tough. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one. Lions at Chargers. Lions open up -2.5.
The Lions better run the ball a lot. I had the Chargers sneaking in and getting this one.
I had the Chargers.
Consensus.
Commanders at Seahawks. Seahawks open up -6.
Seahawks bounce back game. DK about to get right.
They didn't play each other already?
No.
That's the Seahawks and Lions I'm thinking of. Seahawks.
Consensus. Giants at Cowboys. Cowboys open up -16.
40? Yeah. Cowboys. Oh, somebody owe me money too. I'm about to hit them up. But yeah, Cowboys.
Massacre.
Yeah, this is tough, man. No Tyrod Taylor.
He not playing.
They got Danny DeVito. They got Danny DeVito back there.
Tyrod not playing officially.
I don't know if it's official.
I think he's out,
but he might be out. Yeah, and they got Danny DeVito back there taking
Tommy
Jersey Shore subs. Man, I got the Cowboys. I don't even know why I'm playing with myself. If the Cowboys lose this game, Jets at Raiders. Jets open up -1.5.
Oh man, I got the Raiders, bro. Got the Raiders. Got the Raiders.
Go ahead.
I got the Raiders.
I got the Raiders.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
Consensus. Broncos at Bills Monday night game. Finish off our week. Bills open up -7.5.
I got the Buffalo Frauds.
I got Buffalo.
I got them bouncing back.
All right. Well, that's our week. We will see you guys next week. Please, again, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff above.
And go ahead for the All Pause Team Hall of Fame.
All Pause
See you guys next week.
Channel, man. Cox is playing with himself. Crazy.